You're listening to the Paul Higgins Show, where ambitious tech consultants come to unlock their potential. After 18 years as a global leader, I launched several businesses, culminating in a successful exit. I'm sharing what I learned, plus what's working now from mentoring tech consultants. You will hear leaders within our industry to help you build a business you love that allows you to do what you want. If you are looking for immediate cash flow wins to fuel your growth, go to our free ebook at paulhigginsmentoring.com/roadmap. The question I get asked all the time. People often ask me, what exactly do you do, Paul? How do you make money at Paul Higgins Mentoring? They see my podcasts, newsletters, YouTube videos, but behind all the content, what do I actually offer? What's in it for you? That's exactly what I want to break down in this short solo session, just you and I today. So why mentoring and how's it different? First, let's tackle something up front. Why do I even call it mentoring? Most people confuse coaching and mentoring. And to be honest, I didn't really know the difference. At Coca-Cola, where I used to work, they did a brilliant job in helping us to coach. And I sort of understood it. And there's a great little book, The Toe of Coaching. I'll put the link in the show notes. But it's got a simple model, which is GROW, G-R-O-W. What's your goal? What's your reality? What's your options? And what should you do next? And it's really about when you're coaching someone, all the answers lie within, right? And the coach's job is to draw the questions out. Certainly Coca-Cola, we were generationally tellers, right? We'll just tell you what to do. And bringing in the coaching format, certainly in the early 2000s, really made a significant difference. And so I learnt the distinction then, and then I went and got a qualification in executive coaching at the Institute of Executive Coaching and Leadership, one of the best in the world. And it really honed into what's coaching versus mentoring. And as I said, coaching is where, if you imagine holding up a glass, all of the content in that glass is owned by the person you're coaching, the coachee, and all you're doing is just showing it in a different way, right? You're just turning it to get them to see themselves in a different way. Whereas mentoring is where you've actually walked in someone's shoes, right? You share real world experiences, and that's what I do. I share real world experiences, frameworks, mistakes, successes, because I've actually gone and been what you're doing now, right? So it's not theoretical, it's practical. And what I want to do is make it easy for you to implement. Now, AI is brilliant, but AI hasn't got the experience that I've got in my head around SaaS consulting partners. So therefore, you tap into that. And I still use the Grow framework, etc. But if there's something that I know you will just never get to, I'm going to tell you, right? Because I think that's the best way. I'll tell you a way to go and get it. And ultimately, it's guidance, shortcuts, accountability rolled into one. It's no fluffy theory, and it works, right? Anyway, so I know it's a long name, Paul Higgins Mentoring. I'd love to be able to shorten it with another domain, but ultimately it works. But I'm not here to give you a theoretical case study on the difference between coaching and mentoring. What I really want to do is, how do I help you solve the key problems that you've got, the key opportunities? And from my experience, every SaaS consulting partner I work with faces similar challenges, right? They're not identical, but similar. One is you're stuck juggling everything. So that's sales, delivery, marketing, operations. Two, you're reliant on vendor referrals or referrals from past clients. And often what that means is there's small competitive deals. I always laugh that Zoho is a classic where people will try to sort it out themselves and then they want you to fix it for a lot less than they would pay themselves. Classic. And then the third one is you want to scale past, $1 million, I think is, 83 a month, but you are the bottleneck. Often we get in our own way of success. And what you really want is three things. One is bigger, higher ticket deals. Two, a business that runs without you being chained to it. And three is more time with your family, health, travel, and more money in your pocket, right? Because ultimately most of us don't pay ourselves what we're really worth. And that's where I come in. So what do you actually get when you work with me? Well, I help you master three key levers. One is attracting high-paying clients. We know your niche or niche. We get your offer right. And most importantly, we really nail a bold promise, right? So you're not seen like everyone else, and therefore you're not being priced like everyone else. We help you create content, and we also help you create outreach systems so that you're tapping into a new channel rather than just referrals. And for example, Jed narrowed down to estate planning attorneys. He's a Zoho partner, and he had added $50,000 in new deals in a matter of months of working together because we got very specific around the niche, the promise, and the way that we reached out to people. So that's the first one, attract higher paying clients. Number two is close bigger deals. And what we want to do is productize your offer as much as possible. Now, I know that sounds a bit cliche, but there are ways to do it. And what we want to do is then, once we've made it easy to buy because we've got productized offers, then it also makes it easy to have a sales system that is not reliant on vendor handouts. And I can certainly take you through more detail. I'm not going to do it now, but I've got some brilliant examples. And one is Steve. He's another Zoho partner doing industrial automation. He's built a base product he now replicates. So think of it as like the foot in the door, but it leads then for him to sell other services, and he gets a customer lifetime value rather than just a one-off project. And he went from, like I said, custom chaos to scalable packages. So we've gone through attract higher paying clients, close bigger deals, and now number three is rescale without you. And what we want to do is systemize your delivery, your team structure, and most importantly, how you use AI to remove you as the bottleneck. And we're so lucky. I'm recording this in March of 2025, and it's just brilliant that we're at this point, not just of AI, but now agents and how they're going to impact us. And Casey works with HubSpot agencies on lead generation in particular. And what we're able to do is, they were doing all one-on-one, we're able to wrap it up into a system. So he's selling a system now, and he also sells group programs instead of trading time for money one-on-one. So they're the three things that you actually get: high-paying clients, bigger deals, and a team to help scale. And how do I work with clients? Well, it's really simple. There's two key ways. One is group mentoring, or group coaching, I call it, but it's really mentoring, and a tight-knit group of SaaS consulting partners just like you. So I like to keep it about 8 per group. We have weekly calls focused on solving your biggest challenge, whether that's sales, offers, team, whatever's holding you back for that week. And we just want you to then commit to one thing that you're going to deliver. And it's always big ticket items, right? The biggest thing that's going to move the needle for you. And it's like having a one-on-one chat, because I basically talk directly to you when it's your turn, but then your peers can share their experience. And it's just so helpful when you're listening to someone else and you think, God, I've got the exact same problem, and you can hear it from them. And often the solution that I've offered to someone else would be the one that's perfect for you, even though it wasn't top of mind at the time. And also the brilliant thing is, I realized that when I used to do the mentoring, we'd end the call, here's a list of things you had to do. And to be honest, they just weren't done, and it just compounded. And, the client got frustrated, I got frustrated. So what I've done now is compile a team, and they get stuff done for you, right? So think of us, we do the strategy, and then they get it done. And particularly around marketing resources, and in particular around sales, it's much easier to tap into someone that we've specifically hired for someone like you, and it's a shared resource. So you can tap into them when you need them. You don't need a full-time person. It's so hard to find a part-time person. And like I said, it completely de-risks you from hiring the wrong person, because Connie in our team, who used to head my outsourcing company in the past, she works brilliantly with training these people. She's a great leader, and therefore that just takes the pressure off you. So that's the group coaching / mentoring. And the second is the digital course and knowledge base. So those who just want to do it yourself, which is completely fine, there's some frameworks and playbooks there, and you can go on and get that training. And one big thing, you can get access to my network, my AI tools, my playbooks, my workflows that can't be found anywhere else, right? Like, I know that AI is brilliant and it can answer a lot of things, but I've tested it to find my knowledge base, because I know that I turn off where it gets trained on. So it's not sitting there, and I know that it's unique to me, and that's ultimately, think of this as the whole fast track to getting results for you, right? We just focus on the 80-20 and we get results. And as an example, I've got an AI prompt that can take your information and formulate it into a high converting marketing funnel. So, often you know what you do, you're really good at it, but you don't know how to really say it. Well, now we can run that through the AI prompt that I've got. And you can check out an example from myself at paulhigginsmentoring.com/deals. So why do I do it? I'm just not another expert peddling a theory, right? I've learned the hard way on the way to selling my SaaS consulting business, and I simply want to make it easier for you. Also want to give back after receiving a life-changing kidney transplant from my dear friend Brendan. I've done 18 years at Coca-Cola, one of the best run companies in the world. I've run massive teams. I've run small teams that are remote. I've made mistakes and I'm still making them, but I learn quick, and through the power of the group, we all learn from each other to improve. And what lights me up is seeing SaaS consultants break through their ceiling, whether that's getting to 80K a month, taking a real holiday without the business collapsing, or finally getting paid what you're worth. That's the real result. So what's next? So if you've ever wondered, what do you actually do, Paul? Here's the short version, the elevator pitch. Get bigger deals without more work and a bigger team. You can get access to the systems, experience, and peers that helps you close bigger deals, run a better business, and get your life back on track. If you want it, it starts with a simple conversation, right? And if I'm not right for you, I know someone else who is right for you, I'll certainly refer them. Just go to talkpaul.com and let's chat, and there'll be other links in the show notes. And as always, you can find out everything about what I do at paulhigginsmentoring.com. I look forward to our conversations next time. Time for action. Let me know what you implemented from the show. I promise to respond. Plus, get the Tech Consultants Roadmap at paulhigginsmentoring.com/roadmap.